Well, hello people of YouTube and Internet, it's I, ChipGP, back at another drawing project. I know it's been a while, but again as I said earlier, in my previous video, that I'm gonna take a couple of days before uploading the videos. Like for example 10 days before uploading the videos. Because again I start drawing and sometimes start drawing the procrastination. That doesn't make sense. I start procrastinating my drawings a lot and I uploaded the drawing, the days are ticking, and I must work on other project, and sometimes it like take months. Well, not the month, the weeks, more than 1 week. So I decided to delay the upload of the video, like not upload the video on the same day the video is done making. Upload the video every 10 days. It kind of give me time to make more drawing project on advance and upload them slowly. On this note, I returned to one of my original project, no drawing challenges I saw on the internet, just a drawing challenges I have to come up with my mind. Okay, actually not so mine, because again I saw some people do this challenge. Basically just drawing Ben 10 civilians, aliens. And continuing with another match of 6. All these names and all those numbers of species are doing in the order of Ben 10 wiki species folder. That sounds weird. What I've heard is intro sound weird. I'm right now sucking at intro. Maybe I don't know how to improve right now my conversation. I mean, I have decided to make this video, but talking right now is not going anywhere. So let's just get this over with. Or maybe drink some coffee. Maybe it keep me energized and give me some motivational boost. Said with poker face. Man, I kind of want to raise a thing, but I did not. You know, let's not make this interview any longer. Just continuing right bloody now. So let's start with Chronians. And for Chronian, it's in from dimension I can't pronounce because of the name of the dimension. Come from a YouTube channel. It's basically my first video about Ben Civilian. I just put the link, YouTube link, as the name of this dimension. Would be nice shout out. So for this transformation, my idea will be from Ian. Okay, first of all, I think Ian backstory is not every told. I mean, it starts this guy of species who want to bring his species back and then turn back to the species. And I don't remember the plot of the rest of this movie. And Omniverse or Ultimate, I don't remember specifically. Ben 10 who recruit Ben 10s. And in Omniverse, Ben 10, but now human? I don't know, confusing. So I decided, man, I like the Ian, which I create my own version of Ian, in which one he is a Chronian, but the Chronians are like a virus for Omnitrixes. Like this DNA transformation just turn Ben 10 into Chronian himself. Plus it creates ultimate ideas of what it can be. Because I like the Omnitrixes are, well, first of all, whenever there's different users and when they transform, they look different. And then they have some interesting gimmick for the Omnitrixes. I like this a little bit. Oh no, I like gimmicks for characters. Like, like I like to imagine, okay, you know Star Wars first people, there's a wand, and the wand transforms to the host. And sometimes basically the same function, but sometimes they're different functions. Okay, mostly it's like change the whole construction of wand, like material it's made of, the fuel it's taken, and in some cases some unique features for unique persons. And basically I like to think if in Team Titans there was this crystal which allow you to switch powers. Well, not switch powers, the transfer power. Imagine if you take this power from the wand and put it on the Omnitrix, and you get this Omnitrix to random person, it's shaped to fit the host. Like show you through emotions, like the wand of star, this for evil. And for some users it will have unique features, like give them unique powers. I like to think about those scenarios. And I like to imagine this virus changing and adapting to these scenarios. Like for example, Ultimate Ian, or Ian in Armor, or Ian in Omnishock Energy. Or maybe I will ever do a drawing challenge, original drawing challenge, where I give Omnitrix to random people. And evolve on this story a little bit more. Because I have some ideas, I have some desires. And with some characters I come up with original ideas, and like I'm proud of the ideas I come up with. But for that stuff, mostly again, for this idea it will be, first of all, the Omnitrix in this version is bigger than our original Omnitrix. Because in fact, first of all, it does not transfer intelligence of the species. It have nice block against mind attacks. For example, the transformations such as Brainstorm / Galvins are not smart as the original version. So that will be a minus. Passage transformation is Rap and Jurik are more stable than original version, so kinda it will have benefits and minuses. Also it does not transform instinct, so whenever this Ben version transform, it have no idea what this alien can do. It is can also protect him from Eon virus. Eon virus. Like I see this virus, it's like instinct of Eon mind. Like Eon minds will be treated as instinct, and whenever you transform into this alien, you like become Eon. Thanks to this protection, he kinda more stable, and not Eon himself, but just a Ben using these transformation powers. But I still think the Eon mind will be inside of this body, like the mind didn't go anywhere. It's all about whisper to the Ben and tell him what to do. I see the Eon virus as something which will make you stuck in this form, so yeah, this Ben is stuck as Eon, and not very proud of it. And I would say for most other functions of this Omnitrix, it's exactly the same, just the Omniclaws will be just pants, only pants, because other stuff will just ripped, or destroyed, or stay the same size. And mostly, the age will be basically the same way as human, well yeah, basically the same way as an original one. Just he been in this transformation so long that he become an old man. So yeah, basically trying to design an old man with his rib cage, the very standard body, a long grayish hair, this little thing there, because I like the way they look. Purple eyes, like I would say eyes will totally be like original series, where eyes not always green, just a random color. For Omnitrix symbol, man, I didn't want to go with original Omnitrix, so I tried to come up with the original symbol. But I think it's kinda look the same what I did for my fusion for whatever Ash hosted this challenge. Okay, he didn't like host this challenge, he just asked a couple people to join it. And I like the idea, so I decided to also join this challenge without asking. So like I didn't have options. So now doing the facts, and again the fact that Ian is kinda also in the mind, but he in my fun facts I kinda show that Ian kinda controlling him. In reality it's just mostly annoying voice. In this one like one side is Ben, one other side is Ian. But it's not like this, so it's kinda over, yeah, just doing it a little bit over too much. And for other fact, man, I guess his power, man, I guess he kinda can generate this energy, but again, I doubt he can like do something original with this energy, because at the end he is not understanding how it's going. So I'd say it's Ben also did from original Ben the fact that he is not as creative as the original Ben. Like let's say he have some knowledge gaps or not much creativity. Like let's say he can like generate light of this time energy, which by touch will do some terrible things to you. But again, I doubt he can shoot it, because again for him it's kinda too much complicated. And also he have pockets in which one he can give stuff. Also decided to give him black nails because edgy. And also other stuff. Decided to do a little bit different like I do normally, but also decided to draw those signs on the face, on the neck, and again, my dad just overdo it a little bit. And also drawing the gun form, because this for the fact that his powers, yeah, he doesn't transfer any, I guess can say intellectual buffs, or buffs in the mind, so like his mind always stays the same. Like species will not change his mind at all. So again, always. Also said this one is like the one which can actually easily use Alien X. Like how much easily? Easily like use his full power. Now, when he transforms to Alien X, he does not receive any powers. He's powerless. Because again, it's mostly just a species which just maybe will be tough, but mostly no powers because you need kind of bags and cerebra. I think I just pronounced it badly, but again, it's how I pronounce it. To work the species. Like he needs them to the species to work, and he does not have them, so it's a big minus of this transformation. Or this version of Ben. So most other stuff, okay, for background decide to go with purples, and for every version of this drawing there will be purple background. To be fair, I think for every transformation I did, for each batch I choose different color background. Okay, because I didn't, okay, original total was going to be with the original one, but I accidentally did it with others. So now it will be my gimmick, I create constantly new background for every case. Kinda look nice, again I like this purplish background, I would say I enjoy it. But again, I must make it because of Ian's, but for other characters it also makes sense. Okay, it does not make sense, but I don't know, I just don't do constantly new background, and this purplish with slightly pinkish is also nice to me. But this one, yeah, also the fact that the scare kind of also the same deal with the voice inside of it. Actually, man, I did lots of voices, maybe with Bellicus and Cerebra I should keep them. Yes, he also can hear them voice, but for most transformation he can just easily walk. Yes, sometimes he will hear this little voice, how dare you cheat the rules! Yeah, you know what, I'm changing this. No, maybe I already write this rule. Did I actually write about Alien X? Nah, I did totally right that he have no extra personalities. Okay, I would say maybe he does have them, but they not connected at all. They just exist and he just not there. Or maybe, nah, man, it's kind of hard to tell. And I make this rule and I'm not know what to do with this rule, because I make tons of other rules that there's such Ian and the scare is hearable in his head, so they're still there. So the mind of there is still there. Like I would say they just there, but again, they're not that connected as the original version. Somehow will go around this rule which I just made. Man, I just know how creators feel. They come up with a bunch of rules and they just contradict themselves. I just contradicted myself for the first time. Nah, I usually contradict myself. I just usually Nah, I would say they are there, but they bloody hell. I've been talking this for this super long. No need to hear this thought. I already demolished this. The guys exist. He does not go into their space. I don't know if they can send signal. I don't know. They don't decide that. They will probably think. So let's tell him that we exist. No, we do not. Yeah, it will be something like this case. But Alien X is completely powerless, just normal dude. Also, I need region reproduction. Basically, everything which has to do with instinct, whichever form which affect bad mind in some way, is not a thing for this bad. And I've got to remember. Well, man, I just want to deliver this thought. I think I already delivered it, but I want to stuck to this thought. Because I don't know, my ends is, I like divided the ends. Pretty simple, but again enjoyable. Because, man, until was saying this batch Alien is much enjoyable. The last one, two last one, maybe they a little bit run out of negative juices. But for first couples, they're amazing. I like them all. For next one, let's go right bloody now. Next this is Chronosapiens with Lady Amelia Day. The reason for Amelia, because again she kinda sound British. I want her to sound British, and well, she's not British because she's an alien and there's no way she can be British. And Day because time. Well, first of all, design. Okay, first of all, when I was making her, I was really disappointed with her because I didn't like the way she was looking from the start. But after like adding some extra details, doing this stuff, I freaking come up bloody look awesome. Well, first of all, acknowledge the fact that she is a robot species, so she is genderless. But I would say she kinda set herself kinda feminine-like. And also decided to give her these little lips. But it kinda look like mustache, and plus again with those lines I did in mustache style, those lips kinda do look like mustache. Okay, first of all, her design I tried to make her look robotically and like Victorian robotically, with those extra patterns on her body, those lines and those extra patterns as I said earlier. Also lots of bolts, and once again, yeah, robotic-like. Also for those mouths I decided to give you a little big chunk of metal for the mouth, like Iron Giant style, with those little pieces on the cheeks. So yeah, so kinda, okay, it's kinda also interesting to the theme, like consider a species which does not have a gender, make this robot decide, let's add aesthetic those little thing here, which kinda look both like lips and mustache, so it's kinda genderless electricity, but also has preference of being a female. So for design, okay, most for design, I want to make tall, like those big clothes, which standing there, with her being, yeah, tall. And also I decided to make her like the slenderest / the tallest Chronosapien which ever lived. And some of them, nah, some of them, I don't know, the other will be jealous, other will not. She'll just be basically what every human would say. Also again adding some details, like for example those ring things for the cloaks which is on the shoulders. Decided to give her a little bit this more detailized, to again extra feathers. Lots of bolts and most again make her look slightly rougher than original Clockwork. Although for man, I think in Ultimate when Clockwork got shot in the arm, there was also wires and that stuff, so he was not this Clockwork here, as the name implied. But with her I decided to turn him into a robot which built with bolts and sweat and just screw them all together. And also again this Clockwork aesthetic of gears and these things. Yeah, I had no idea what they called, I just know they're there. Most other stuff, and for her facts, what I decided to make her? Originally I was thinking about making her like a robbery. Man, what I make her? I don't remember. Bloody hell, I didn't check this. Although for man, she's one of my first one, and again, she's like the one I remember the least about the backstory. Well, again, I just remember those interesting facts, and again, these facts is the one thing which matter to me. But there's also some facts which I decided to go just for randomness, like her life and that stuff. Which I just added because her life story is pretty bland, like I didn't think of her about much. I didn't even think about what her profession will be. I make a politician, yes. It was exactly the same during process. I just come up with the idea, start making this, but I completely don't think what this person will be or what the backstory will be. I just added some extra details while I'm just thinking about it. So I decided to make a politician. And that's it. She's kinda smart, she's that, and that's all. For legs, decided to make them... Okay, how can I say it? I think you know that there's legs. Which I don't think I have those things. Just this rough surface on which one she will walk. Some furniture have those piece of wood and no, not furniture. What happens? Okay, then no, it's lost. Man, I don't know how to call it. So maybe I just shut up. And once again, I did those gears. For colors again, just copper-like colors. Well, copper and bronze colors. I don't think she's saying of made of bronze and copper. I would say she's just made from the normal materials that every Chronosapien are made of. Although maybe they're made of different materials. Maybe some of them made from other metals, some of them made of precious metal. To be fair, we know nothing about this species. But now we know they have quartz. And we know about some figure whose face we never actually saw, but I think it's been confirmed that he exists. Okay, before universe, not all of species we know. Nah, we know some species. No, okay, you know universe. Tetramans, but we know about them from classic series. I don't have been retcon. Or how much retcon? They were saying some of those effects, but then changed them to other facts. And again, the facts in Omniverse actually appeared, while in classic series they never appeared and never been shown officially. I mean, I bloody like the series which will actually answer some question of the series. Like, then you can create a question and he will what I want to say. You ask create a question, he answers them honestly. But sometimes, well, okay, how honestly? Sometimes they recon themselves, but again, it's nice to have this information acknowledged. Now for colors, yeah, again, it's more like goldish / brownish. Well, brownish, copper I think more orangish. Bronze, no, I think just brownish and yellow colors with this same color. Okay, for color for gears, I don't know, I want to something which never been seen before. Like red is albedo, green is band. Actually, I didn't think about using green. Actually, that's kind of why I picked the cyanide, because I want some greenish color, but again, didn't want it to be a band color scheme. And most for other colors, I also was thinking about purple, but again, purple is kind of Ian colors. Although I think in Ben 10, it's mostly just Ian color, and when Ian infect the Omnitrix. Mostly it's never been officially confirmed that purple is like timed color. Although it's kind of mystique. Although I think the reason why it's mystique, because purple is not like... it's natural color. I think it's get from the slugs, if I'm not wrong. Which I could be, because again, I know nothing about those dye coloring. It was again, as I said earlier, design originally was not so greatly. But then after a couple of extra details, couple of fixing and coloring it, it's bloody one of my favorite as well. And again, I said, in this batch, okay, would say with last one, they are simple. That's why they're not so great as my eyes. But they was not so bad. Okay, maybe a little bit blind, but mostly they were pretty coolish. Plus it's to turn her into this. The person who are afraid of the dirt and constantly like to clean. And also decide again, first of all, genderless species which identifies herself as a female. And again, another kind of random Chronosapien who jealous because of she's tallest and slenderest. Like I like she's the only one who bloody this and that. And make you a little special details. For Chronosapien, I decided to use bent hand, just changed a little bit. Okay, there's not so many facts, but again, as I said earlier, this character is pretty empty on the ideas. Most again, character design all the work which went into it. But for that random intrinsic facts, absolutely nothing. Okay, maybe I can say what she stands for, what not. No, I don't think she like stands for anything special. She just a random politician, like she find how the civilization works. She just want to continue running it. And maybe like be careful with time traveling, or like hunt the rogue time travelers. Yeah, something maybe like this. And for next one, it will be a random species which you probably don't even remember. I actually do remember them, because it's from an episode I actually quite remember well. Not because Bezel was in this one, I happen to quite enjoy Bezel. It's Churls. I have no idea how to pronounce it, with Julia, the freelance voice actor. Again, the reason why she's freelance voice actor is because I bloody have no idea what to make her. Okay, Julia is now one of those aliens where all ideas come into design. Some facts about her is quite small. Okay, first of all, the idea of her being the trans woman. Yes, she's a trans woman. The idea comes from the fact that from the species we just saw a bunch of males. Maybe, I don't know, maybe, yeah, a bunch of males. Either they're one-sex species, or either they're... yeah, I don't know, they're all other just males of the region. The original Julie will be the daughter of the priest of this religion, whatever was the religion of this one, the beholder. Okay, but this episode I don't remember it at all. I just remember this episode because I think it's one of the episodes of Ben 10 I watched. Actually, I watched the whole Ben 10 series. Okay, with Ultimate. Was it Ultimate? Okay, with Ben 10 I like watched it so long ago that I don't remember at all. And I don't even remember some small plots. I just watched the series and never watched it again. But maybe some time later I will rewatch some series. I mean, I'm big thinking about rewatching stuff. Also, I'm not like a guy who rewatch stuff. I just watched once, never watched again. Except for YouTube videos. Well, no, with YouTube you can like get access to the video anytime you want. With this series, actually you can just buy it. I don't know. I watched, man, I remember I used to have the DVD of Ben 10. So the original series I watch constantly and rewatch it. With Ultimate, it was on TV, and I didn't have DVD or that stuff, so it's like mostly just whatever was showing there back there. So that's kind of the reason why I decided like this. So talking about this design, kinda emo-ish, kind of colorish hair, but I think mostly it will be just the wig. For the short, well, first of all, we decided to be visible bra. She is wearing a bra if you didn't notice, like decided to make it visible. Then decided, well, first of all, like full camo. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Yeah, decided first of all give her like very punkish outfit with gloves, with holes in them, and fingerless, with these tear clothes with open belly, open sleeves, and this seam on her chest, which will be supposed to be a reference to the eye, which behind the sculptures of this episode just crossed out. So I would say she kinda atheistic right now. But I would say her relationship with her father was very not greatly. And I would say it's kinda illusion of how some people choose of the religion ideas of the reality of the world and some people opinion and some people thinking process. And for the age, well, I would say close to teenagers, and at this age where teenagers can allow themselves to live alone. So we decide after gathering some cash and after being possibility of escaping to Earth. So now she's live on Earth. And she become voice actors. The reason why she's voice actor, because again as I said earlier, most of the ideas come into character design instead of character backstory. Like Hilbert say very simple, it's just that. And mostly again, not much can say. Again, most of this fact I just come up with random fact because she's supposed to be someone. And decide to make her voice actor. So I originally was thinking about making her an artist. So she will be kind of related to my previous drawing, the Lodestar species. But then I just realized that the Lodestar species girl live on different planets, so she cannot be on Earth. And I have to retcon myself. So I decided just to change her profession into freelance voice actor instead of freelance artist. Well, actually, this Lodestar species girl is like art school student. Yeah, I don't know, just decided to give you a brand new professions. Also decided to give you one earring, because again want some interesting details. Stockings with those stripes, because again those are bloody awesome and I bloody like them, you know. Well, now you know I like those striped stockings, I find them very attractive and like them personally. So for that stuff also color in dark in the head, and mostly, bloody hell, what else I can say. For name, okay, the reason why I named her Julia is because I was watching on you play, and Julian, I just remember once I was checking the meaning of my name on the internet, where it's come from and what's its secret meaning. Because every name has some meaning in there. And decided to also check the name of people I know. And while checking the meaning of the names I know, I just remember Julian and the male version, the female version of this name, Julia. So that's what it's come to my mind. That's why Julia. And for that fact, again there's not lots of facts. Almost I guess I'm about to make a drawing with some maybe small facts. I mean, I would say start edit facts. Okay, thanks to, again, I think I was talking, I think I didn't bring them up right this moment at all. Ink Tank with Oash, and he is drawing metrics, and whenever he make a drawing metrics, he like always put like little drawing of the power demonstration. So I'm just trying to do similar to this one. Plus again, it will be fill the empty background behind my screen. Although I mean, I can already use colors which do this, but again, I just want it to be like, put them in the middle, put the text, and yeah, that's that. I just also like to add some small details. And plus again, whenever I don't do these details, it kinda again look pretty empty to me, so those fan facts are a nice filling up the backgrounds. So I also like this one. So, well, 3 facts, enough. I mean again, enough. So for next piece, it's, bloody hell, how you have pronounced this piece? It's Citrakayah, the fast track species. Wait, the bounty hunter. Again, it's kinda low I come up with very long time ago. Well, I mean, I've been thinking about the species for a while, and come up with some interesting fractions, or teams, stuff like close to that. So, on this note, let's go to him right bloody now. Okay, first of all, why I named him Wait is because Wait is one of those simpy names I like. The simpy names I'm bloody super Spanish for, I bloody like this name. Just like Isaac / Diablo / well, Lucifer. For some reason I really like the name Lucifer. But again, thanks to this TV show Lucifer, where he kinda nice guy. Although when I think he always desired to be a Punisher, just switch on him into like this monster to give exception for sins, and that we're not the one who committed was the Lucifer or devil. Actually no, I think we turn Lucifer just into devil or Satan. So now it's kinda different things now. And for also the name I'm simping for, I would say it will be Joshua for now. Like for some reason I'm simping for name Joshua. So yeah, for weight, again, the reason I decided to turn him bounty hunter, because I've been thinking about the bounty hunters I want to design. So mostly it will be weight, couple other aliens which we'll see in the future. Actually, I think, a couple of aliens we will see in the future. So for him, his design are bloody awesome. I like the way I designed him. I mean, for a very long time I've been thinking about how the hell I should make this design interesting. And I did make this design interesting. For some reason those Benton aliens are like my best work ever. No disappointment at all. Well, because maybe I put some works into this one. Like you would say with some project I can be like lazy, they just get this over with my thumbnails, because usually when I make my thumbnails, it's exactly the same day I have to upload my videos. Again, I could probably make it for advance, but I also like to take some 3 days and work on other projects. And yeah, but also with other projects, like maybe because also I use a lot of reference images. Like reference images give me some nice idea of what I want to do. And again, actually, did I use any reference images? I think Total used the picture of Fastek, but again, he doesn't have Fastek eyes. He thought his eyes kind of look like Rook Blanco eyes. Which again, maybe a nice thing to make my arts a little bit more blockier, because I think in Omniverse there's pretty much blockier. Yeah, the Omniverse have this little blockiness. And plus lines on lines, so those big mass lamps. Yeah, Omniverse like doing this one. So for his design, I give him very big jacket. First of all, his body like will be fully darkening, with this little bit blue effect inside of it. It will distinct him from the original Fast Track, with his whiskers going down, and again his jaw being more jawish. It's also another thing I like to do. Like I learned how to do this jaw, which first of all go a little bit further than this part of the mouth, which is also pretty nice to me. Like I like the way it's look. Although sometimes it can look cartoonier, although when I do eyes on eyes, like when I do eyes super close to each other and give them big idea, it can look cartoonier like Simpsons. So it's pretty close to Simpsons. Although man, again, there is probably a reason why Simpsons is such a good show. Because it survived by decades. Now, yeah. Again, give him pants. And again, give him like boots, which is open pores. But again, still kind of wearing boots. The fast track spikes, which is kind of like Batman spikes. And again, for that details, I didn't comment on his personality. But first of all, I would think he have a attention something disorder. So like he very bad at paying attention and like super energetic. So basically whatever every speedster have. And again for speedsters, and I kinda see he will realize that Chronosapiens are way faster than whatever he's supposed to be. But also realize that his species probably will be just bad at parkouring. Like his species are fast, but they more specialize on air. Like they just parkour master and they're able to do this really fast. If I ever put this species into Omniverse, I would design them to be like this. Like they fast, but they differ from Chronosapiens, the fact they fast on the air and movements, and again obstacles movements. While Chronosapiens fast, but again they need kind of solid ground and lots of obstacles will be problematic for them. So I decided here to draw again him, the weight, but as a little kid. Okay, originally I just let him draw an adult version of him, just this jumping to show that he's energetic. But I kinda make him look very big, or like his jacket look very big. So I decided to turn him into a kid, and the jacket will be gift from his parents. Also decided to give him little utility belts with those small gadgets, like blasters, explosive and that stuff. Also decided to draw this very minimalistic figure of the human to show his amazing parkour skills. Well, breakdancing a parkour. Like I would say he able to hold himself one hand, one arm, and lifting himself, and like doing this push-up with one arm while he is lifting himself in the air. And also parkour again, I said earlier. That's what I would turn this piece into. Now he is a member of Dead Space Terror, this skull alien symbol of the band. And again there will be some other aliens which will be part of this group. Other stuff, that's all I want to say. Again, when I actually went with him, it's amazing design and some interesting facts about him. Like okay, who's the best one? Well, he's the best one. Then they come the Chronosapien, Churl, the Julia. Yeah, the Julia, then I would say, well, Ian, and okay, for these guys you have to watch them later. So right now we're gonna do the Conductoid species at Alvin, the electric junky. Yeah, I come up with ideas and again kind of adding a little bit more to the Omnitrix for Ben 10 lore. Not officially, but a little bit more. I like to have my own ideas and my own theories. It's kind of my also have a reaction channel and gaming channel, because I like to think about those stuff. Well, not often, but sometimes I like to think. although with my reaction, okay, depends what code, like, other will think and I will not. So let's go to this one right bloody now. Okay, so for his name, Ed Alvin is like Thomas Edison. It's just his Edison, like Ed, and I think he have a middle name which is something LV. Well, it's something, but I changed it to some more like class name. What's the idea of Conductoid? He's my weakest one in this batch. Again, he look nice. Like, I would say this batch of aliens are bloody awesome. I'm proud of myself. Which again does not happen often, but I'm actually proud of myself. And again, bandy lines, I accept. Well, yeah, bandy line totally. There will be totally bandy lines. But for that stuff, due to my life. Well, this one is weak, because again, mostly kinda, well, yeah, he can look different from feedback. Again, mostly for ideas, nothing much. Again, mostly body structure close to feedback. I kind of want to make him like top heavy. Again, my favorite thing is to make people very slender, where you can see the ribs and obviously the belly. But with him, yeah, nothing much again to ideas. I just see different feedback that fact he have those yellow lines instead of green, and again the different pattern. His outlets, or not his plugs, all scratch up and a little bit peeling, like the piece of first layer is peeling away. Because he stick them then he not supposed to stick, and also the electricity that he slowly gets destroying his own body. I decided to give him a little beard, and also again decided to him to do in this position of like shockish headaches. Like he have serious headaches and memory losses. Like he remember who he is, but he don't remember what happened to him during some days or months. So like he probably have a problem with this one. So I decided to first of all change. Yeah, to start to add some little bit more to Omnitrix Omniverse Law. Well, that's an Omnitrix Law, well, because Omnitrix is like the whole gimmick of the show. With characters grow, the hero, and other stuff. So I decided first of all to change the fact that Conductoids can get addicted to some energy types. And one of those energy types will be Earth Electricity. Which I'm not sure will be different from any type of electricity. Well, no, probably like something different will be. Like maybe there's some different electricity on different planets. Like different watts, different structure, different source of electricity. Different chemical electricity doesn't have. Does electricity have chemicals? It's totally made of something. Just whatever Earth electricity is made of is what addicted to Conductoid. And they very get strong addicted to and Ben liking feedback so much, he just keep being freaking addicted to Earth electricity, not even realizing this one. So that's why he becomes his favorite alien. That's my explanation to this one. Yeah, but this will be my common law. Well, I won't say it's like my truth, because I thought it will be nice. What I want to say? It's not canon to my eyes, but it's nice idea to think about and maybe possibility which I would like to be ignored. Yeah, so for that stuff again, mostly because one of his plugs decided to make it a little bit sharpy, like it's been broken, but in reality he lost one of his pins. So he had to just stick a piece of metal inside it to create some way to get electricity from this thing. So just shoving like piece of metal inside of his own body. So basically I would say he like completely gone lost. Like so lost that he bloody vandalized some stuff. Like I would say he will go to a phone call, the phone wires, open it open and like stick it on his plugs to charged. So yeah, he totally for Earth. So he just break cars, do that stuff and absorb electricity as much as he can. And also like some petty crimes to afford some batteries and like car batteries and normal batteries. Like to store electricity and doing that stuff. I don't know if I think, okay, like I decided to turn him into petty crimes, like he still to get some electricity or that stuff. But I think like electricity is one of the things you can easily get on Earth. I don't think you can live in a house and like pull your plugs into this outlet and like I have outlet there, I usually crop it, but again I have outlet there. Although maybe he does not have money to pay electricity bills. Yeah, he totally robbed to pay money for electricity bills, slash getting batteries and, well, different type of batteries. And for that stuff, well, man say his powers way weaker than feedback powers, like of course he's not in the top condition. And I'll say if he absorbs energy, it will be really painful to him. Like electricity is like way easier for him to absorb than like energy. Because I think in Omniverse he like absorbs different type of energies. Like Food Sam Albert totally would bloody destroy Ed. So like he will not be able to beat him. Which again kinda like to see the idea of aliens actually being weaker than Ben 10 aliens. Like again Ben 10 turned into prime member of the species. And again prime human is not we can see often. Like Batman is prime human. I am totally not prime human, so I would say prime human can easily beat me up. And also like, actually man, remember in the episode where we see the same species of the aliens? Where there were weaker alien. I don't think we ever saw Ben using the same another tetrament. I thought we feel with Tiny, well not Tiny, the Atera. What's your name? The princess of tetraments. Is like not a weak member of the species. I don't think we saw a weak tetrament. It was tetrament priest. So it was very slender. Either it's a very different tetrament. Either it's generally the way he's weak. Or it's like religious. Maybe if you're religious tetrament you cannot get muscle. You can't like train yourself. You have to like embrace the life of peace. Some secret tetrament law? I'm not sure. I just remember, man, I just remember this tetrament. Because it's so different. You're like different tetrament. His tetrament does not have muscle. Maybe it's not like some meaning. And like, okay, man, represent Ink Tank again. Well, to be fair, I'm making better drawings, and I like Ink Tank. I watch Ink Tank. And again, cure freaking Simon for this blue tetrament. While I'm bloody simple for this weak tetrament priest. I guess whenever you bloody see a species and you have like a deviation of the species, like deviation from normalcy. But to be fair, my favorite villains are the villains which are freaking different from them all. Actually, I think every character who is different from original main cast is my favorite. Like in Don't Starve, I like Weber, Robot, whose name I don't remember because it's numbers and big something something. And Wormwood, and most other characters are not much. Also like characters who have unique voice line, like for example in Borderlands I like Creek and Zero. Well, Zero also for his appearance. And also, man, also for Don't Starve, basically the same reason why I like Machine. Actually, yeah, I kind of like Wormwood and Machine because they have unique voice line. With Wormwood being empathy towards plants, and max hating humans, seeing votes in cybernetic eyes, and trying to connect machines to the organics. Yeah, bloody like this guy. But here, again, type of energy, which is electricity and earth electricity, money bags for his petty heaviness, the blood, which I didn't do in details of Scarika, that stuff, because I didn't want to do stuff, and again the brain, actually just normal human brain, but let's say, again, there was nice feeling that Conductoids are actually electricity inside of the suit. No, it's just brain as a representation, not actually his real brain. Although, okay, I would say maybe I see Conductoids as not as electricity species, but I would say as actually real life species, maybe with some cybernetic enhancement. Or maybe just unique evolution, and sometimes evolution can be magnificent, especially when you bloody in the universe. They have freaking acoustas who what is supposed to be like cosmic energy solidize? Also, man, energy, like, yeah, but lots of interesting species in the universe. So I would say maybe they just in nature like this. And maybe they do have brains. Although maybe if I have to design Conductoid brains, I would make it a little more grey. Although it's not like fully pinkish, it's have sliders of grey. I would say it's like just normal way we see a brain. Cartoonia brain. But I think it's just not his real brain, it's just a representation of his actually having headache, and like electricity's bloody ruined his mind. Also did lots of electricity in his eyes. Second kinda can get into me drawing veiny eyes. Because for some reason I like to draw veiny eyes. I'm normal, trust me, I just like to draw veiny eyes. And also those eyes which is circular gobbly and like looking this way in different directions. Which I do for my last panels. And for next one, it's the last one. It's complicated, the Contumelia. But this one also very simple, but I would say I like him a little bit more than Conductoid one. The Ed. Or I forget his name. Sorry, Ed. So let's go right now. Okay, so it complicates, first of all, it's not his real name, it's just his name is so complicated and he just had to go by simple, it's complicated. And plus his name also will be translated to language speaking originality. So whatever your language is, it's translated directly. Again, I know there's like a case that name does not translate, because in some animes, like the characters have very like speaking names, and there will be some inside jokes and like puns based on this name. So we just will not like translate the name. Like for example, imagine a character who have the name, which means like literal light. They will not go and just call him light. They just probably will kill him exactly the same they could do in anime. Like his name will not be translated, but his name is always translated. Like whatever language you speak, it will be this whatever you speak. So first of all, okay, first for this species design, I have not, because it's a species which will look different to every eyes, but also look the same for every eyes. So like, for bands it will be Mr. Smoothie. So I decided to do this one. So I decided to turn him into Mr. Smoothie just with very peaceful expression holding an iPad. So there, I decided to just basically draw Mr. Smoothie from reference which I have, just do the work with his backstory. So he will be something like data collector. So whenever they create a universe, one Contumelia just go into this universe to see how this universe is developing and what the hell they're creating. So basically, yeah, he bloody hates us because we see him as weird stuff constantly. Like for example, we see him as Smoothie while Kevin see him as Carter, and Rook see him as his dad, which is freaking issues. Well, not issues. I mean, I guess your family member would be a nice thing you can see, but he does not like it. I would believe that Contumelia have no control of this power, just our brain to make it easier for us, so he cannot control it. So he always pissed by people seeing him and stuff he don't like. So yeah, if he could control his powers, he actually would probably go by looking exactly the same as our observer species, with little bit change, like look like average, like completely no different from your standard Joe Smo. So basically like Omnitrix, I don't know Omnitrix, I think it's more like in Overlord there was at least a Raph, man, the ghost, which is Raph, I think it's called something like this. Now, Raph with W, which is visible, whose race will change depending on observer species. It also looks like this Starprint member of your species. I would say he will probably go by this one. But mostly whenever you see him, he will be a beast version of whatever you desire. And again, Beast Mr. Smoothie, Beast Death of the Rook. How the hell he will hold this tablet? I have no idea. Well, maybe just the tablet will fly. Maybe in the original form they just levitating objects. Or maybe they have this energy formed arms. I'm not sure, I will imagine. And for other stuff, that's again, for that specs I have nothing for him. Again, one of those pieces which I have no ideas. To be I didn't have ideas for original design. Because I don't want to make him original Mr. Smoothie Car, because it's not his real form, just observer. And again, I doubt they're wearing clothes, I doubt they have something unique, I doubt they have something to make them distinguished. I think they all look exactly the same. They just observer again change whatever they look like to them. So basically it's like this species. Unless again here, you can see another reason why I will never go into work of the art. Because I bloody cannot keep close to the character sheet design. Sheet not the way of crap, sheet like character model. I'm like completely off model with him. And once again here, for the facts I draw the part that he collect data, draw him asking the observer, what the hell you see me as this one? Why you can see me like normal thing? Why can you see me as a member of your own species? Again, most I would say you would totally like to be a member of your own species, because again, would you like to be seen as smoothie cup or beverage? How much you must like this beverage to bloody be seen as this beverage? Or Ben do like Mr. Smoothie. Although I would totally not see a guy as like say pack of chips. Or Cheeto. What I would like to see a person as. Because I don't bloody even know what it would look like to me. It would be nice to see, maybe, I don't know. Would like to make a theory, but again, I honestly have no idea what they will look to me like. Because I don't think there's like something that's important to me. Which again probably like sounds selfish, but oh, how much selfish? It's maybe it will sound selfish. Because again, the guy who can't imagine what to make him like. The form they take it. I don't know. So for his human form, just decide to keep the same nose, keep the same teeth, keep the same eyes, make him have pink. But decide to give him slightly like Johnny Bravo, but with elements of Hue from Hue. It's a game, Google it. But mostly again, the design is just a very goofy looking human. Which can not as average, although with color hair. Although I will not consider human with colored hair as average member of species. Also for facts, I think I said everything I want to. And again, for the facts of the name, for Spanish person, his name will be Hugh Complicado. I don't know the Chinese, I don't know the Russians. So, for this one, we will close this video right bloody now. Again saying, my most favorite work will be Pastek species. With my second favorite, the Clockwork species. With my third favorite, the Churl. Sadly, there's no text information for this species. And again, we'll say Mr. Smoothie. No, the Chronian with Mr. Smoothie and Conductoid at the bottom. Again, man, Conductoid look not so bad, but again, I think I could do better. Although I think I did the best. I think at this point my creative juices are running dry. Although again, at this point I kinda already published the new video, and now I have to finish this video to put it on YouTube to prepare. Finish other project I'm doing, start a couple of new projects, and must again do it in, okay, I have lots of days in advance. I just want to finish this drawing to have some free space for my gaming / reaction, and again start a new project already, which I have no idea what it will be. Maybe something. Okay, maybe I do have some ideas, but again, we will think about it. We will think. On this note, it was CheapGP. I think I already said it, but go to my social media, go to my other two channels. Hope you like this video, hope you subscribe, hope you spread my word. And this note, you always have a coffee, I always have a Patreon. For Patreons I usually do shoutout, but only for my reactions / gaming channels. Because again, they all usually have more daily uploads. Or how much daily? 3 days, and a 4th day already uploaded. On this note, have a nice day, roll dance fin, bye bye!